In the previous video, we discovered that all the atoms in the periodic table are made from just three kinds of particles: protons, electrons, and neutrons. The whole world, in fact. Amazing. We know that the heavy protons and neutrons live in the atom's center, called the nucleus. They carry a negative electric charge. We can show the electrons moving, but it will be easier to keep them still in this video. We can still learn important things about atoms by simplifying the real picture. Let's pretend we have a pile of each of these particles, and then build some atoms from scratch. What's the simplest and lightest atom you can think of? It must be the one with an atomic number of 1. Did I hear you say hydrogen? It makes sense that this atom is made by using just one proton. How many electrons does a hydrogen atom need? Have you noticed that stuff around us is not electrically charged most of the time? You don't go around with your hair standing on end from static electricity. That means that atoms are overall neutral, so that the positive charge of the proton must be exactly cancelled by the negative charge of an electron, and just one electron. The number of protons and electrons must be the same. A hydrogen atom has one proton and one electron. The number of protons equals the number of electrons, and this is true for all atoms. Neutrons provide some extra glue to hold the nucleus together. There's an extra attractive force that belongs in the nucleus, called the strong nuclear force, that works only between nuclear particles. Without this force, the nucleus would disintegrate. Phew, again. By the way, they won't tell you about the strong nuclear force until you get to university. So this is a kind of trailer for you. A hydrogen atom doesn't need a neutron. Why? It has only one proton in its nucleus, so it won't feel any repulsive forces by nearby protons. Hydrogen is the only atom that can do this. All other atoms must have neutrons in their nucleus to keep it together. But from now on, we're going to ignore the neutrons in building our atoms to make our video easier to follow. Let's remember, though, that neutrons are found in all atoms that have more than one proton.